Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Manor Lords. It's winter here in my kingdom and you join us in our lovely little settlement of Zvajau. Now, last episode we sorted out a load of issues that were plaguing Waldbrand. Selbitz is looking pretty good, but over here in Zvajau we still have an immense food shortage when it comes to winter. So let's have a look. We've only got about 1 month left before our food supplies here run out. Now, Eichenhau has some issues, but we don't need to worry about them right now. This is paramount. We need to get this sorted as soon as possible. Currently, we have pretty much filled out all of our living spaces, so that should help things out very soon. And we also have, if you can have a look over here, our grain is fully stocked up. We've got flour coming in, and we just need to get our communal ovens working tirelessly to produce some bread. Now, we do have quite a few, so I'm going to pump in a load more settlers to work in the windmills to get that stuff sorted out as quickly as possible. You can see there's loads of flour there in the pantry of that windmill, and hopefully these communal ovens should get going very, very quickly. Now, obviously they are going to need fuel, and our firewood supplies are pretty low at this moment in time, so we are going to need to have a quick look over at our woodcutters. I'm not even sure where they are. There's one on the edge of town over here, I think. No, I think I may have placed one last time, but we can't seem to find him right now, which is not great. We've got a saw pit, we've got a logging camp. He's over here. This is the woodcutter's lodge. I'm going to bump another woodcutter into there, and then we are going to make sure that they are only gathering wood from the nearest possible area. But we do have plenty of firewood to last through the winter, which is pretty good. Vegetables, that will run out eventually. They are importing, though, from the trading post, so that's good. And we do have enough regional wealth to convert a few more burgage plots like this one. We can actually expand the living space in that one as well, so we're going to do that now. I never got the saw pit up and running here again, so I'm not sure what's happening there, and that is a bit of a shame because we really could do with that. That is going to really kickstart the economy again. But for now, we're going to quickly jump over to Eichenhau, where they are starting to get our new charcoal kilns up and running, and I'm going to pump a load more workers into our charcoal kilns here to produce as much fuel as possible. As you can see, we've got 1,000 firewood in store right now, so if we can get that converted into charcoal as soon as possible, that'll be really, really good. Over in Zvajau again then, let's just have a quick look at how our food's looking. We're still pretty low when it comes to that, and what we could do with is upgrading some of our houses, but to do that we're going to need to build some breweries, and I've just marked out a little area here where we can put in a few breweries and get some much needed extra resources in here. Now, I don't really want to. I'd rather just have the 1 or 2 brewers, so we're just going to make a smaller patch here that can potentially go into there almost. Let's go here. There we go. They get the 2 backyard expansions, which is exactly what we need. And then over here I'm going to build another one that just comes all the way along to here and try and loop it around. There we go. That gives us a garden. It's going to be small, but it at least gets us like a little bit of an extra vegetable patch in there. So once they're built, we can actually start converting those 2 buildings into our brewers, which means we can finally start turning all the barley we've got into some ale. And that'll get our taverns up and running, and hopefully we'll then be able to push Zvajau a little bit further and get it to the next tier, which is going to be very important because at that point I'm probably going to go into orchardry, and that'll be very, very useful as well. And then our last, I think I'm going to take sheep breeding there as well, which gives us 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, beekeeping, orchardry, sheep breeding, heavy plough, and fertilization. So there's 2, 3, 4, and 5 with the beekeeping. And we could also take the trapping because we do have some wild animals there that we could potentially make use of. And that extra meat would probably help with the food issues over here. Now, in Eichenhau, you can see our wild animals are dropping there, but they are pretty good with meat, apples, vegetables, apples, eggs, bread and stuff. So whilst the fertilization here isn't great, we still have 17 months worth of fuel and 9 months, 17 months worth of food and 9 months of fuel. So everybody's pretty well stocked up there. Obviously, we still get this requirement's not met. And I was doing a little bit of reading, and it could well be down to the fact that the marketplaces, you need to have your houses facing marketplaces as best as possible. Like over here, we have a market here that is pretty well stocked up, but these houses can't seem to access the food that they need, even though that there are definitely food stalls here that do have a variety of food. If I just go over to this clothing stall here, loads of clothing there. Food is pretty good. Loads of clothing again. Food. Some of the food stalls don't actually have anything in them though, which is a little bit worrying. And our main market is pretty far away. So what we could do is we could make a huge market here, and that would kind of be almost slap bang in the middle of the settlement, and try and see if that can help us out a little bit. But yeah, we're not so sure on that right now. Eichenhauer is pretty solid at the moment though, so I'm not too worried about that. Over in Waldbrand, they're still coping pretty well and starting to build my new little area of housing there. This marketplace has plenty of store locations, so we're looking good in Waldbrand. And Selbitz is, of course, doing very, very well with a nice supply of meat, good vegetable stores, and berries as well. They're going to survive the winter, no problem. And I think Selbitz might be my next target for my manor. Now, the manor in Selbitz is going to be very, very different because I want to put it here, and I actually want to really, really build this out and put all of the towers and stuff that are required in, because this is where we're going to have our final fight with the enemy baron. So we are going to build our first manor here. Now, I'm not going to commit to anything right now. I'm going to place my road that comes out of the manor, and that is just going to head all the way down into town. Oh, no, it's not. It's going to go down here, and then it's going to curve around and come out through the forest, curving back around here. We're just going to have it kind of loop a little bit to get back around to here. So it's a little bit of a mazy road going into the manor, but that's basically where I want to have it. We're then going to put in some outer towers. We've got garrison towers. We've got the tax office. Tax office is just a cosmetic at the moment, but we will put that in just for the aesthetic purpose of it. And I think that'll look pretty cool. So we're just going to rotate that and just have it right next to the actual main manor house. Now, all of the defensive positions are going to face like quite far away. We do need to uproot some trees to make this work, but that's okay. We put a little bit of a road in there. I know they don't have what they needed. So the next thing we want to do is put in our garrison tower. We're going to lock that in down here. Maybe on this side of the road, of the map, sorry. Get that in there. And then we'll put another little road. Again, this doesn't actually match up because it, for some reason, the points don't seem to want to play ball. Now our outer towers are going to go down as well. So we're going to put quite a few outer towers here just to expand the fort itself, because I want to try and bring up as close as possible to the actual hillside here, so I can build a defensive wall there and lure the enemy forces into our defensive position, where hopefully our archers will be able to do a really good job of taking down the enemy lords' forces. I'm then going to put a load of outer towers that just surround this space here until I can build on that straight road and get that all sorted out. So we're going to continue this row of towers going all the way around, and you can see now the construction cost is pretty expensive. So we're going to get some walls and gates in. Now the walls are going to work quite differently. What I'm going to try and do is create a nice choke point. If I can get my walls set up. Right, so what we want is a gate actually at the back here, because I want to try and bring down the enemy lord's army and get him quite close to my walls and gates. Now I'm going to try and have this road come out here. Think that, no, we're not. We're going to have it come out here where it's a little bit more of a straight line, and we're going to build a gate here. So that's just going to go down, and we're going to have it stop right there. Obviously, when I take over this land, we'll be able to match it back up with the actual road out of town. Then we're going to just move this defensive tower up a little bit to there, and then our wall is going to kind of come along from there, coming through. Yeah, that's going to work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to map out the walls, and then we're going to just reposition a few of the towers, and then we'll be able to actually proceed with this build. I will see you once this building is complete. Okay, so I think I'm happy with how this manor's going to look. We just need to wait for everything to confirm and build, and then actually gather our resources to finish the expansion. So I'm just going to fast forward things. Now, to make this happen quicker, we are going to need to gather up a load more wood from some more logging camps. So I'm going to put some just on the outskirts of town here, and we're going to get them fully staffed as quickly as possible. Selbits did get a church built eventually, which is really, really good. And that means we can actually start increasing the population here. So a lot of these burgage plots are now getting the second home expansions added onto them, which is going to increase the ability to attract more citizens. And that's then going to allow our logging camps to get constructed really quickly. Now, over at the manor, we're still waiting for goods to be transported there. So I'm going to put that to the highest priority. And hopefully this thing won't glitch or bug out while I'm actually building it, and I'll be able to add in my adjustments that I've made. We've got stuff coming in by the looks of things. I can see people buzzing around there and trying to get materials moved. We are going to speed up through the winter. Firewood and meat is looking good there. Walled brand is pretty solid now, which is really good to see. Over in Zvaya, where we do have those issues, though, I'm hoping that they can just make it through the winter. You can see these new burgage plots are being built now, so it looks like resources are starting to get moved around a lot quicker, and the planks are also being created, which is exactly what I was hoping would happen. Obviously, we've got a load of timber that's just kind of lying around, so we're going to need to sort that issue out very soon. And this burgage plot, I thought it had bugged out, but it's just a texture. So over here, what we're going to do is we're going to give them a chicken coop, and we're going to give this one a chicken coop as well. So we get some eggs being produced, and then as soon as we upgrade them to a level 2, we'll be able to make them into malt houses. Over in our crops, we got loads of flax, loads of barley, so it might be time to get another trading post up, and another tannery, not a tannery, a weaver's hut, or a tailor or something. I can't remember what they're called. Right, okay, so let's do that now. We do that in industry. The Weaver's Workshop. I was correct. Excellent. Right, so our Weaver's Workshop is going to go somewhere in this little industrialized area here. It just fits in there. So the Weaver's Workshop will be a really good boost for us as well. We have just run out of food here, and I'm hoping our trading post can actually do something as the royal tax increases as well, and we are short of funds to pay that, but we do have a whole year, so that's not too much of a problem. Right, so our next kind of steps are going to be, where do we go from here, basically? We do need to solidify our military powers, so let's have a quick look at Eichenau and have a look at how our army's doing. We are maxed out again, which is great. So I can increase my retinue once the Selbits Manor is finished. We do have it under construction. It is almost done, and then hopefully I will be able to edit the construction of it and get that upgrade done. I hope it'll have saved the footprint that I planned out. It's not amazing. I could do with spending a lot more time in getting it sorted, but we don't have that luxury right now. I do have something. Oh, it's the forager's hut, but it is now growing, so that's fine. Excellent. Right, okay. So the next step for us over in Selbits then is going to be just waiting for all of those materials to come in. And if I just go over to the manor now, which should be constructed, we'll open the castle planner. It has saved all of the stuff that I wanted to do. Right, so we need 60 stone, we need 29 planks, and we need 118 logs. Now, I'm going to explain a little bit. I did watch a video that was really, really helpful in helping me form my opinion of how I'm going to do things moving forward. So we're just going to limit our work area for our woodcutters. We're going to put them over here, and we're going to add in another few woodcutters there. Then what we need to do is we need to go over to our, where is it? It is our saw pit. When I find the thing, we've got some rubble over here. That is from the raider attack that happened a few episodes ago, and I've just missed that out. Right, okay, that's all back up and running. Got a granary there, hunting camp. Where is the Ah, it's up through. No, it's not. I've lost something. Logging camp, small stable, storehouse, saw pit. There we go. We'll put a construction reserve in here and we'll get people to work. So, how much did we need? We needed 118 timber. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my saw pit to have a construction reserve of 118. So once my logging camps have 118 wood, they will then carry on producing wood, but that will go straight to the saw pit so they can turn it into planks. So we may need to build a rather large amount of logging camps so that we can actually build this out. Now, I didn't need to make the front-facing part of the manor as big as I've made it, but I have, because I want to do a big manor, and for some reason it bugged out and I couldn't do it where I previously was in Iconhow. So we get another couple of people working in here, and again, we're just going to limit the work area. We're going to boost that all the way up to there. So we should, if we get our logging camps going, we've got 28, 56 there, and I think, where's my other one? There. We've got 56, we've got 84. We're going to need to build some more logging camps, and then the only thing that's left to do is wait for this lot to clear some trees for us. Now, I'm going to keep building more logging camps close by here, and then we're just going to set their work areas to be in and around this area here, because we do need to clear out the trees to build the manor as well, and then we'll just import the stone. So I'm going to get my trading post. Do I have a trading post for here? Yes, I do. So we're going to import some stone, and we're going to set our surplus to 60. Right, that is good. So once we get someone working in there, they will import the stone for us, and that will complete the raw material requirement for stone to build our new manor. Then we should be able to boost our retinue as well, which I will have to use my own money for. So I do have money in my treasury at the moment. We've got plenty of influence at this moment in time. Do we have any bandit camps on the map right now? No, we don't. No bandit camps at all. Which is good, because it means that they're not going to bother us. Right, so over in Zviao, you can see the food stores are starting to stabilize a little bit, which is really, really good. That's what we want to see. And yeah, if I just ignore all of these notifications, we've got loads of veggies coming in. We've got bread, we've got eggs. So eventually this place will have absolutely loads of bread, because once the communal ovens are working up a treat, we're going to get loads of bread stored. Then we're going to be able to really, really make a mark here. Now, my hitching posts can now all be upgraded to small stables, and that's going to allow us to bring in some more oxen. And finally, I think we will have sorted out the issues here. And that has been a long time coming, so I'm really glad that that's finally been done. Did I have another hitching post? I feel like I did. There it is. Yes, 4 hitching posts all together. That's going to allow us to bring in some more oxen, which will really help us move things around the village at a quicker pace. Over in Waldbrand, I think we do have some small stables here, but I think we're still waiting on a few maybe that are still hitching posts. Let's have a look. We've got a well, a small stable. Maybe I upgraded all of these. Now, these burgage plots have finally been done, so we can make them vegetable gardens. And I did say that I wanted this to all be a built-up city area, but I think it's looking pretty good now. We'll add some chicken coops to this little area here. And you can see on the corners, of course, we just had these little houses that couldn't actually do anything in. So I've still got some of the aesthetic that I was looking for from here. But being able to expand living spaces and stuff and just have a few more houses in is really, really useful. These can all be made into chicken coops, and these can as well. And it just kind of looks like this little cul-de-sac of smaller houses that kind of wrap around each other. They've all got little gardens in the back, but they feed into this rather large city centre. And this area is just going to be a nice line of farmland and vegetable patches that frames it almost, where we then have our tavern and a load more burgage plots, which are going to be for chicken coops. And that's just going to keep the eggs and all of the food rolling in and keep Waldbrand stabilised. So that's exactly what we were looking for. Now, are our logging camp built yet? No, they're not, but we do have not much timber at all, to be honest. But our planks are starting to be produced. Actually, we're getting a lot more timber now. That's really, really good to see. How is the situation with stables here? Pretty good, actually. So we can order some more oxen, and people are starting to move in en masse now. We're getting quite a bit of money coming in over in Selbitz as well, so we can start making some vegetable gardens here. And I did want to put quite a few orchards in as well, which is why we unlocked orchardry. Oh, I did not mean to make a chicken coop there. That was a big mistake. So we're going vegetable gardens. We're going more vegetable gardens once these have been constructed. Still got quite a few under construction, which is probably why the wood supplies are dwindling a little bit as well. We're going to remove that chicken coop and switch it up for a vegetable garden. And then we're going to do the same here. Vegetable gardens all the way up this area here. We don't have enough regional wealth, but that's fine. But now you can see that Selbitz's food will be pretty sustainable moving forward. Timber and planks coming in pretty nicely, and yeah, we're looking really good now. So yeah, this is fantastic. This is exactly what I want. We've got stone coming in, but we've ran out actually of regional wealth, so we can't import any more stone. So what we'll do is, oh, we could actually just build a stone mine over here. So let's do that. That would save us some regional wealth, wouldn't it? We'll build that, and then we'll very quickly draw a line over to here. So I'm going to do a little bit of off-camera work. We are going to get all of this built out. You're going to see the finished manor by the end, well, by the beginning of the next episode, and then maybe we'll get some stuff harvested, and we'll try and take down our enemy lord for the last time, and then we could potentially move into the beta, and I'll show you some of the new features that are really, really exciting about Manor Lords. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this episode of Manor Lords. I know it was a little bit bitty and we had to do a few jumps and stuff, but we are looking in a much stronger position. The small villages and settlements are starting to recover from the issues where I became a very greedy overlord, and hopefully we'll kick the enemy lord out of this map very soon. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.